Do you know how hard it is to find something for an 18-month-old to watch or enjoy? It's ridiculous. There's nothing that's appropriate out there.
My mom had the same problem when I was younger, being a single mom. Her entire responsibility was for her to make sure that I wasn't bombarded with negative images, and I was.
Yeah, it's horrible everywhere you go, whether it's the TV, the radio, you're driving down the road, there's billboards. We are assaulted every single day. You go in a grocery store, they have to cover up the magazines. I mean, what kind of culture are we living in?
You know, as a dad, you'd like one time to be able to take your family out and easily find good, wholesome family entertainment. You just can't do it.
I was saved at the age of 8, came to know the Lord, and grew up in a pastor's home, and I was very active in church. In fact, I was playing the piano and directing the choir at age 15 when I was the youngest person in the choir. And I went off to college and came back to work on my dad's ministerial staff, and I've been there ever since. And over the years, I've written dozens of plays and directed concerts and productions, and in 2005, did one called The Good Crook. And it was really well received. We had lots of people come out, and at the end of the play, a pastor friend of mine said, "Mike, man, that was awesome. It was really a wonderful production. I just wish we had something like this on a regular basis for our families to be able to go to and to participate in." And I thought it was a great idea. I mean, in the DC area, even a city like this, there are very few places where you could take your family and enjoy a wonderful experience like that without having to deal with all the violence and the garbage that's propagated by our media culture. And so I agreed with him. I thought it was a great idea. I thought it would be great if somebody would develop something like this for our families. I just had no idea that somebody could be me. And so God began to deal with my heart about it, and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't focus on anything else but the idea of building this place. I mean, I'd never built anything before in my life. I'm a pastor, I'm a dad, a husband, a musician, and the thought of this really scared me, but God kept dealing with me about it, and I wrestled with him, but you know, he finally won, and that's how Miracle Mansion was born.
I am so excited. Finally, a place, Miracle Mansion, that we can go to, a destination that we can experience amazing productions. It's going to be wonderful.
Man, I am just excited about the plays and concerts that they'll have to offer.
One of the most things that really excites me is the opportunities that are going to be open for talent, for actors and for musicians all over this country who struggle trying to find work that they're okay with, that they can lay their head on their pillow at night and say, I didn't compromise, I didn't do anything that I didn't want to do.
And I think it's just finally time that it's something that's Bible-based is first class, first rate.
Sure.
And you know, the Christian community has so much talent to put forward, and so it'd be nice to take, you know, not just your family but your friends to see a first-rate production or concert or any of these things, and be able to do that with a clean conscience.
Sure.
And it's just a great place to get away. Take your family and experience a complete different destination.
You know, I'm so looking forward to the new and interesting people that Miracle Mansion are going to bring in.
I'm looking forward to the conference center for corporate getaways and offsites.
What a great location. I mean, think about it. 35 miles south of Washington, D.C. You couldn't have picked a better place.
Not at all, and I am excited about the shopping. That's what I'm most excited about, and I can't wait to do a lot of it. So.
And dining. It'll be so nice to take the whole family out, or just even be able to take my husband out on a date.
All of these things, Christian entertainment, retail, conventions, lodging, were very exciting to me, but I didn't feel God had called me to be a businessman. My heart has always been for ministry, for evangelism, for people. I love theater and music, but my passion has always been people. I mean, I love people. A friend of mine sat down with me and said, Mike, do you have any idea how much money this thing can generate? And of course, I didn't. I hadn't thought of it in that context. And after looking at it and crunching some numbers, it kind of blew my mind to think how massive the potential for this thing really is. And then it hit me like a ton of bricks. Use your gifts and talents to generate as much money as is possible for the things that you care about. And that made sense. And in that moment, I knew that this is exactly what God put me on earth to do.
I think one of the most amazing things about Miracle Mansion is the miracle organizations that it's going to be affiliated with. Being able to funnel money into those and actually make a difference not only in the community but in our country.
What's really neat is going to serve as a positive influence in the community, and it's going to be a great thing.
And for actors too, it's going to provide an opportunity for them to not just get to perform, but also provide the opportunity to be educated in their craft, which is always, always needed and helpful.
I think one of the most exciting things for me is, from a corporate perspective, is bringing jobs into the community. Meaningful and fulfilling jobs.
Personally, I have to say I'm most excited about all the dollars that will be spent on missions. We'll have the opportunity to fund missions and church planting and missionaries trying to get out in the field, and so the difference won't just be here in our country, but all the way around the world.
When God first impressed my heart about Miracle Mansion, we started looking for a small building to rent to put on plays. I really just wanted to write plays, but the vision for that grew and grew. And we realized that if we were to build a theater and it was successful, that people would build all kinds of things around it. So we decided, why not build things around it ourselves so we could control the environment? And so Miracle Mansion is a themed entertainment destination being developed 35 miles south of Washington, D.C. in Stafford, Virginia. This 123-acre complex will be the premier site for live theatrical performances, concerts, and motion picture production, all showcasing the power of a miracle-working God in the lives of real people. So what's there? Well, the focal point is a replicated 10th century European castle, which houses an 1,850-seat proscenium main stage theater, a 1,700-seat concert hall, and a 250-seat black box theater and film production studios. There's also a state-of-the-art convention center and a beautiful pedestrian village with over 300,000 square feet of high-quality retail, restaurants, and lodging. For me, the exciting thing about Miracle Mansion is the fact that our patrons will have the opportunity to designate a portion of every dollar that they spend to one of many life-impacting partners around the world. Somebody told me the other day that when they think of Miracle Mansion, they think of Disney for believers.
When I first heard about Miracle Mansion, I thought, wow, this is not the run-of-the-mill project. This is something special.
Well, I'm impressed with the vision of it. You know, it just thrills me to know that God's people have something like this.
Christian students around the country, Christian artists, performers are craving this. They want it badly, and that's exciting.
Miracle Mansion is such a big project that the first time you hear about it, you just think, whoa, how is this even possible? But then you remember God is in it, and it's all good.
That's right. That's right. And this is a legacy project. This is a project that's not just going to influence us, it'll influence generations.
The big question that everybody has is, how in the world do you make something like this happen? I mean, it costs an insane amount of money. In fact, somebody said to me, Mike, I think this is one of the greatest things I've ever heard of, and I love it, but it's just too big. There's just no way. And I thought to myself, big idea, big place, big price tag, but what about big God?
We're presenting Miracle Mansion to churches, schools, and organizations around the country, and the enthusiasm of people, it's phenomenal. It really is.
Well, actually, my husband and I have partnered with Miracle Mansion. We're using it as seed money for our child's education, but it's a small monthly payment, and then it has huge returns.
You know what's great is that this program is huge, and it's exciting to see that people with great resource and financial wealth are also investing in this program. Miracle Mansion is going to grow.
Well, I've invested in Miracle Mansion because I believe in it, and I plan to invest even more.
The bottom line is everyone has the capability to invest in some way or another, and the plan is simple and it's great.
The Miracle Mansion project has caught the attention of substantial investors who believe that it is a very profitable venture. they have the resources and ability to fund this entire project. But the true life of Miracle Mansion lies with partners like you. We're looking for 7,300 individuals, everyday people who believe in Miracle Mansion and want to bring it to life. For about the price of a cup of coffee per day, you can have a part in this groundswell and can earn a great return on your investment. 7,300 people, that's all. We can do this.
Miracle Mansion is for my son.
Miracle Mansion is for my next door neighbor.
Miracle Mansion is for the glory of God.
Miracle Mansion is for me.
Miracle Mansion is for that someone who needs a miracle.
If you're a pastor, we would love to have the opportunity to come and present the vision of Miracle Mansion in your church. Perhaps you're an individual who would like to learn more about becoming a groundswell partner. Maybe you'd like to give a donation or simply tell us that you're praying for us. Whatever the case, we'd love to hear from you. Let's talk.